What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Sun conjunct Saturn in Synastry. This is an aspect that you may have with a partner, and it can also be an aspect that you don't have with a partner. But now it can also be that you had this with a partner before. However, um, this is an aspect that's going to be tricky, it's going to be challenging. Anytime you have a conjunction in between two planets, it means that the planets are in the same exact sign. Okay, but it can either run smooth and it can be very difficult. If you have a square in two planets, it means that these planets are in different signs, and it shows that it's very hard to deal with. Okay, it's conflict. It's in conflict. So now, if you have an opposition, that means that the planets are in a completely opposite sign. They're opposite of one another. Okay, so for example, if your sun's in Aquarius, your Saturn's going to be in Leo. For example, opposite signs, but opposites do attract. So even though it's going to be difficult with the opposition, it's still going to blend in some kind of way. Still going to be difficult and hard though. Now, if you have the sector or the trine, this is going to be more light-hearted, easier for you to manage, and you're not going to have difficulties in this area. But now with this placement, Sun conjunct Saturn, this is going to be a tricky placement, okay? But it can also be a great placement. It all depends on the individuals that hold these placements. Now, the Sun person and the Saturn person. This is exactly what you're going to hear me say within this video from time to time. In order to know which one you are in the relationship, if you do a synastry chart and it pops up and it says Sun person, Saturn person, how you're going to know is if you put in there your birthday first, you're the Sun person. Okay, if you put in your partner's first, he's the Sun person. Okay, and then the other person will be the Saturn. This is how you know. So let's jump into this. Sun conjunct Saturn. We're going to address what the Sun is and what the Sun is all about. The Sun is about your self-image. It's the way that people perceive you out in the world when they first meet you. It's the outer exterior of you opposed to the inner. Okay, it has to do with your identity, okay, the way that you feel about yourself, and the way people look at you, all right, what they identify who you are to them, okay. Saturn is very much about control, structure, discipline, delaying things to you until later on in life. It has to do with life lessons, karma, past life karma, and just everything that has to do with really being able to learn life lessons. It's here to structure you and groom you. Saturn is about authority. Okay, so in this partnership, Saturn's going to be like very controlling, wanting the structure. Okay, so let's jump right into this. Sun conjunct Saturn in the synastry chart. Okay, so now this relationship is definitely going to be strong and stable, okay? It's going to have a strong and stable bond to it, full of commitment, and it is linked to maturity, okay? This relationship can definitely feel as if it's a burden. It can feel like it's a heavy weight to it, okay? This relationship can very well feel very much fated and karmic in nature. So in this relationship, you could definitely feel like you've known your partner before, that this is somebody that you are now reconnecting with from another life. So now, these men and women can also have an underlying mood that there is work that needs to be done in a relationship. They have to be there for one another through thick and thin. Hard times arise and they feel like they gotta be down for one another, and they are here to really try their best to compromise when problems arise. Try to be on the same page. But now what happens is this can show up in many long-term relationships. Okay, it can feel like the relationship is very much about duty and responsibility, um, wanting to be able to provide and be structured, wanting things to go a certain kind of way. This is the tone to the relationship, okay? Serious relationship. With this placement, Sun Saturn relationship, this will be an intense growth that definitely will bind these people together. Okay, it's gonna feel like you guys are stuck together for some reason. It's like you're stuck in it no matter what goes on. So yes, you're definitely gonna find this in a long committed relationship. You're not really gonna see this in a jump off situation or just a little pop off, a little slide situation. You're not gonna see that. Now it could very well may have even started off that way, but now at some point the relationship is going to take off in a very serious tone nature once they fully decide that they want to get in that realm of settling down. All right. Now, what's going to happen in this relationship is that Saturn's going to want to limit and restrict the nature of the sun. The sun person is going to be very much radiant, very much free, charismatic, all right, very magnetic. And the Saturn person is not going to like that. Now, early on in the relationship, this probably definitely did not pop up and it didn't show up because you were not their partner yet. So this is exactly what happens. They don't see what's going on for what it is in the beginning. But then they get together and things start changing, moods start shifting. The Saturn person is going to begin to start feeling very much threatened by the Sun person. Okay, the Sun person can very well be very much popular. Okay, a lot of people know them. The Sun person can be very well liked in the hood, very recognized in the hood. Could even be an OG in the hood, or whatever the case may be. But this person is going to have a radiance to them. So people are going to be drawn to the Sun person. And Saturn is going to feel very much threatened. Okay. Want to limit and restrict the Sun from being its true self. The Sun person is definitely not going to like this. The Sun person is going to reject this, become very much uneasy, begin to have a restless nature, and want to just really go out and just be who they are. That's all the Sun wants to do. But now, because Saturn's going to act the way that they act, it can make the Sun person become very much insecure and start dealing with insecurities within their selves. Okay, feeling like maybe they should not be this way, maybe they should not act this way. This is what happens with the Sun. So now the Sun is going to try to follow the lead of Saturn. Okay, you got to remember Saturn is about structure, order, discipline, and that authority figure. So now for some point of time, Sun person is going to try to flow with the Saturn person on this level. But now the Saturn person is going to start to begin to resent the Sun person. Look at the Sun person as you want to do your own thing, or you always out there trying to show off, and you want to be seen. And the Saturn person begins to be very much insecure, not sure of their self, feeling like they are going to lose the Sun person to somebody else. This is what starts to happen. Saturn becomes very much controlling. Okay, a fucking control freak wanting to control every single movement of the Sun person. Okay, now the Saturn person can very much be free and do what they want to do. Okay, so you definitely see the Saturn person more out and about, probably doing more of that, but really trying to restrict the Sun from doing so. Also, with this placement, these people can definitely really have a hard time to compromise with one another. It can be a lot of back and forth going on in the home, outside the home. Public displays can go on and take place, arguing, fussing, and fighting because the Saturn person feels like the Sun person is absolutely triggering fears inside of them. But for the most part, the Sun person is definitely going to warm the Saturn person up, make the Saturn person feel very much loved and liked. But the Saturn person wants it all for themselves. They don't want other people to try to intervene in that. Now, definitely with this placement, this is the type of placement where you could see the Saturn person even being controlling to the point where if they go out somewhere and people are seeing the Sun person saying, "Hey, what up, how you doing?" The Saturn person is definitely going to be the type of person that's going to be annoyed by that. Probably have something to say right then and there to the people that's saying the shit to you. Or when you get home, you're definitely going to have an argument about who said hi to you, who did this to you, who was looking at you. Also, this can also be the type of placement where you're just out and about enjoying yourself. Somebody might have not known that that was your man, not known that that was your woman, came up to you, tried to approach you, tried to press you. Okay, and now the Saturn person is mad at the Sun. They're not fucking mad at the person. They may say some shit to the person, but they're mad at the Sun person because to them, it's you're doing this, you're making these people look at you. You want to be fucking seen, bitch. You want to be seen, dude, clown, bird. All of these things is what's going to go on and take place with this placement because the Saturn person doesn't damn like it. Now, the Saturn person can also be the type of person that's out there and people are being drawn to them. Okay. But now the Sun person doesn't have that issue. Okay. But what can start happening is that the Sun person can start adapting and start acting like the Saturn person and start looking at it like they should do the shit that you do. And this is where problems arise because Saturn is the authority person, not you. And this is the problem. Moving back into this thing, because this is a tricky one to have for real. Um, they both don't have the same kind of personality. Okay, their personalities are completely different. Okay, because even though that this is in a mutual sign, the planets, the planets are not meshing very well. Okay, it's something going on here with them. But moving back along, the Sun person really can give reassurance to the Saturn person. The Saturn person can fully be um, very inviting and welcoming when they feel more secure. So the Sun person would have to reassure time after time that they are not going out doing anything wrong, and just really giving the Saturn person all the praise just to calm down the Saturn person. Okay, but the Saturn person is just being very much compulsive and impulsive. Okay, just really just not understanding why the Sun person has all this shine. Okay, has all the limelight. You know, it's almost like the Saturn person is looking like, who the hell do you think you are? You're not gonna go out here and be doing whatever the fuck you think you're gonna do. And a lot of times the Sun person is not doing anything. Okay, the Saturn person can have a lot of trust issues. Okay, within themselves. Things could have went on in other relationships or it just even in their life, and these Sun person could very well feel like that this Sun person is threatening their relationship that they're having with them. Okay, this relationship is very much about building a strong foundation together. Okay, Saturn is very wise and is a teacher to the Sun. So even if this relationship absolutely is over, it breaks down, the Sun person is going to be very much aware of who they are, their personality, who they're going to be, how they need to move in this world. Because what Saturn is going to do, because Saturn is such a wise teacher, Saturn is going to show the Sun how to survive in this life, how to maneuver in this world. Okay, really could have some valuable knowledge and information from the School of Hard Knocks. Okay, Saturn person could have been having a rough damn life and went through so much, and they're enlightening the sun on how to fucking move. Okay, now that will definitely be appreciated by the sun, but that's probably towards the end of the relationship. But now, even if these men and women are still in a relationship, they will know that they learned a lot from this partner. This relationship is definitely a unforgettable relationship. This is not the type of relationship that you're going to just ignore, forget about. Even if this relationship comes to a full blown end, both people are going to remember one another, things that went on, things that took place, what they learned in their relationship. This is a powerful aspect to have if you have this with somebody, even if it's a square or a opposition. Okay, this is a very bonding and a karmic relationship. Okay, so definitely you men and women definitely fucked with each other from another life. You have came back to this life to figure shit out once again, to really try to put down these solid roots and these solid grounds. Okay, in this relationship you will have a lot of trust issues. Okay, but what they need to do is to really be able to know how to trust one another, be able to compromise on some kind of level. For some reason both partners came into the relationship being very much vulnerable and just really wanting to be able to, what the hell is that? Oh, it's snowing outside. I heard something. Boom. Sorry, back into this. But these men and women do need to be able to really be able to have respect for one another, have compassion for one another in order for this relationship to grow into that strong bond. Okay. However, this relationship will be a strong bond between the partners, even if they are together for 12 years and they decide they're not going to be together. These are the type of people that still hold in their heart love for that person, even if they absolutely get on their nerves and they know that they cannot physically be with them any longer. They will still hold within inside them that thought of how things could have been or how things were. You see what I'm saying? But this is a very tricky one because what they really want to do is be very much deeply committed with each other. They want stability, they want security, they want loyalty, and they want to do things on a financial level. And a lot of times with this placement, they will come together in that way and do great things. It's just that the control factor is sometimes a deal breaker. It depends on the people that's in a relationship. I have had this with somebody in my relationship that I had years ago, but I was with this person for many, many years. So I do know what I'm talking about, that this can be tricky. It can just make somebody really want to control you, stop your movements, not have you do the shit that you would normally do. Okay, but like they said, the sun person, and I was the sun person. The sun person is not gonna fucking like that shit and not gonna feel like they want to keep dealing with it. But it's gonna depend on whoever the sun person is. Okay, because I got other things going on in my chart. On top of that, I do have sun squared Saturn in my chart, so I'm already in tune with a certain kind of energy with inside me. Okay, so somebody else might not have that. Okay, they might stay and linger in a relationship even longer than what it needs to be. So you need to know your birth chart, like I always tell you. But definitely this is definitely a very much hard placement to deal with. Also, on top of that, this is also a aspect that is very much represented of a marriage. Okay, now no, I was not married to that person, but it did damn sure feel like it was a fucking marriage. It felt like it was a full blown union, because you're doing things with somebody and you're with somebody and you're taking the time, you're investing your time, and then to go along with that, you're going to have years involved. Okay, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. So this is a placement that is definitely linked to that. And it can also be seen in the actual marriage of somebody, all right? Not an easy placement to have. If you have it, please be aware, please be cautious, because the sun person will definitely be very much attracted to the Saturn person, and the Saturn person is going to be absolutely drawn to the sun person, okay? But at the end of the day, both of them can feel a level of resentment for the person, okay? Feeling like you're stopping my movements. The other person can feel like you're trying to do me dirty, or you're trying to be seen. People are trying to talk to you, and you're letting them, and that might not even be the case, because what it is the Saturn person is actually putting on fears of how they feel about themselves. They're putting on insecurities. They're building up insecurities within themselves, and they're putting it onto the sun person, making it seem like they're doing it to them, when in all reality, the Saturn person is actually the one that is creating that shit in their minds, okay? So this has been my interpretation of the sun conjunct Saturn in Synastry. Please be sure to check out my online store at www.grimeygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up at supremeroyalcatering@gmail.com. I am the chef goddess also. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, be sure to hit him up at aronnesbitt90@gmail.com. His business is Steve's Handy Helpers. If you need me to analyze your birth chart, break it down for you so you can fully understand and grasp, it will be $70. If you need me to analyze your composite chart, synastry chart, or compatibility chart, it will be $90. So this has been a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all, and I will see you on the next one.